unions cross borders. So do our sports leagues. Baseball, basketball, hockey. Listen to this, hockey. I have to say, I like your teams except the Leafs.
Gonna have to have Sleepy Joe on the show.
Yo, imagine Joe Biden on the show making fun of me about the Leafs.
Tell you what, they beat the Flyers back in January. That's why. And if I didn't see that, I married a Philly girl. If I didn't say that, I'd be sleeping alone, fellas. I like you, but not that much.
Oh my God. Jesus.
I like when I love how every news conference I'll watch Joe Biden, that's why he gets the name Sleepy Joe. And then there'll just be some press conferences where I'm like, this guy's fucking hilarious. You remember that one clip where they were doing the parting of the Thanksgiving turkey, and then he's just he puts the mic up to the turkey, he's like, got anything to say?
I swear to God, this country hasn't had a serious president in 30 years. It's hilarious. And I'd go longer than that. Every president's been a joke.
Has the U.S. ever had a serious president? I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Abe Lincoln was pretty serious once upon a time. It's what are we going on? 200 years now?
Yeah, we're getting there. That's for sure.
Yeah, is it is it over or is it Trudeau-over? Which one do you prefer?
Jover. What are you feeling like today? Yeah, well, they were doing that. When he was talking about the Leafs, it zoomed in on Trudeau with his wife, even though I'm pretty sure Trudeau is a Habs fan. But yeah,
of course he's a Habs fan. Bandwagon.
Yeah, because of 2021. It's all it was part of his big plan to make COVID a thing and destroy the Canadian economy, but no, we could watch his Habs make it to the Stanley Cup final because the North Division sucks and they might actually have a chance, and that's what happened. His master plan paid off. That's what happened.
Cannot believe Justin Trudeau rigged the NHL for his team. That's actually rigged the country, COVID, and the NHL just so his Habs could get a cup final loss. Honestly, that's so real of him.
What's that picture of Tucker Carlson? It's just Canadian Takeover or whatever. Yeah, that's Justin Trudeau.
Canadian Takeover when the Habs beat the freaking Golden Knights.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, we have a lot of fun topics to talk about today. We opened up with that, and guess what? We get to talk about more idiots in our society. That people that suck. Yay! You know what I love? I love coming on the show and just being like, you know what? I hate sports. Let's talk about how the people in them suck. I just love it. It brings me so much joy. Can you tell how happy I am right now? And not,
dude, it's radiating off you right now.
Dude, you can just feel the vibes go through my screen and your screen. I can just tell you're picking off too. We're both so happy right now. I'm so glad we get to talk about this. I really am. You know what Mark Lazarus said? He's like, I'm tired of being disappointed in everything. And I really am. I wish I could retweet that a million times because we were talking about the last episode. We were so I don't know what the proud, but we were genuinely happy that we saw Connor Murphy say what he did, and he expected the whole team to wear the Pride jersey. And I'm like, there's a precedent set. And then what was it? Time just blends together now. Yesterday or the day before that, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but Wednesday. The fact of the matter is the Chicago Blackhawks are not wearing Pride jerseys because you gotta protect the Russians. And then there wasn't a thing coming out today saying, oh yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Bill Daly even said,
I love Bill Daly just dunking on him. Just nope, you gotta sit there and eat this one. We're not gonna help you on that one.
What is that picture and thing we see all the time? The worst person you know made a good point.
Yep. Just fucking piss poor. Man, it's just great watching this organization go back on their word. It's clearly not the first time they've done that before, right? In the last 24 months. No. Man, they just love messing with people's trust in that organization. You built it up just a little bit. Not even a lot. Just like a sliver, because like let's be honest, it's still ground
Dude,
zero.
you're climbing an inch up the mountain, and then we're not gonna wear the jerseys. Big avalanche, you fall down the whole fucking mountain, and you gotta start again from square one.
Oh, but we're still doing the Pride Night. We're still doing all these events. Okay, your actions speak louder than words. Sorry. Like, you can move your own goalposts all you want. It does not change the fact that this is a spineless act. This is a spineless act by the organization. And the worst part of it all, in my opinion, Pierce, they didn't even discuss this with the players. So whether it's Rocky, whether it's Danny, whether it's Kyle, I don't know who in the front office made that decision.
Yeah. I think it has to do with higher ups more.
It has to.
Like we can speculate
or some shit. Like there's no way you just went back on the player's word like that and didn't even talk to them. Like,
I know for a fact it is not in that locker room because Luke Richardson even said, like, yeah, he was completely honest. He was like, yeah, they didn't talk to the Russian players about this at all. And I could kind of tell he's pissed off. Like, even watching.
No, he was pissed. Seth was pissed. Yeah. Murphy was super pissed. Like, I wish they had a video recording of Murphy's interview because I bet he's just sitting there pissed off.
Oh, yeah. Not only has this organization been incurably shit for the past 5+ years, his whole tenure with the Blackhawks, he can't even be a leader off the ice. No, we're not doing the Pride jerseys now. Like, how do you feel as we get it. Like so many people, like the big story is the people of the LGBTQ plus community getting affected. But like, how does Connor Murphy feel that he's been on a terrible team his whole his whole NHL career. He played for the freaking Coyotes before that, but now he can't even do that in the locker room. Like I'm out of words, man. How we want to talk about these and have these important discussions, but like how many words can we say? Like how many times can I say differently? Like these people fucking suck, dude. It's so disappointing. It really is.
Just I cannot believe you have to hide behind a lie just to hide your blatant homophobia. It's crazy because like here's the part that just gets me hung up. They wore the fucking Pride jerseys last year. There are pictures of Murphy and Radish wearing them last year. I forget the game, but they had a Pride night and everyone wore the jersey. No fucking problem. No problem whatsoever. Oh, it's a Russian player problem? I saw a giant thread of at least a dozen Russian players wearing the Pride jerseys, including Evgeny Dadonov in fucking Texas. Like,
I don't want to hear. Sorry, I don't want to hear the thing. It's all Russians' fault. Like, no, because
the Panthers just did one in Florida. Like, shut up. Like, it's sorry. Like, they just pissed me off.
Yeah, don't use that as a way to exert your xenophobia because, Ivan Provorov was mainly the guy who did it, but it's not because he's Russian. It's because he's a bigoted piece of shit. That's why. And it doesn't have anything to do with his nationality. It has to do with people like Eric Stahl and Mark Stahl sitting. Oh my God. Okay. How better off would they, or anyone for that matter, how better off would they be just said, yeah, I hate gay people, than being like, oh, it just doesn't, my Christian beliefs, I try to be a loving man, but...
At least you're not pussyfooting around. At least you're just being a plain old bigot, and we can just say fuck you. Because now we're just saying fuck you for being a spineless coward and a bigot. That's the difference right now with all this shit. You could be a bigot. We'll just tell you to fuck yourself. But now you're being a spineless bigot. Because you want to backtrack on your words and try to make a precedent that doesn't fucking exist and never fucking existed. It's ridiculous. Oh, but, it's against Jesus. You know what's against Jesus? Getting fucking felonies and getting arrested. That's what the Stahl brothers did. Oh, I bet Jesus looks real fucking down on that. I'm so tired of that fucking argument, dude.
It's awful.
So tired of that argument.
If you truly we all know that.
Go to therapy. Go to therapy. If you genuinely think that shit, if you think Jesus is gonna hate you because you like gay people, please go to therapy. You are mentally messed up in the head if that's what you think. I don't know.
But the people that are LGBTQ, they're the ones with the mental problems.
No, you're the one moving the goalpost to hate another human being. You're the crazy one here. Sorry, everyone else is just trying to live their fucking life. That's the difference with all this, right, Pierce? It's not about it's just saying that this is a safe space.
Dude, it's really doing the bare minimum. Like
it's doing the bare fucking minimum, but it shows at least you
give a general fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It's just pathetic, dude. It's
the whole thing is like both you and I are straight white males. Like we don't understand everything that an LGBTQ person goes through, but you know what we try to do? We try to be empathetic and understanding. I'm not going to know the problems that they go through, but I can be there, you know, to be sympathetic and help and be an ally and be anti-homophobic and all that.
Bare minimum
stuff.
you should be doing as a human being is being an ally to these people, because it's a
Mhm.
marginalized group of people. That it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. Oh, but don't worry, the same dumbasses will just say like, oh well, why don't we have a fucking blah 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 night? Why don't I have the comments Lazarus was getting on his post like last 2 days? Like, I'm so glad all you shitholes are coming out of the woodwork, because I'm blocking every last one of you and I'm reporting all your fucking shit.
That's why I went private, man. I'm
over this crap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm so over this crap of everyone just thinking, oh, I could just say all the fucking terrible things that I think because now it's valid because some piece of shit hockey player agrees with me. It's fucking pathetic, dude. It's fucking pathetic. And these people seriously need to get their heads checked. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I know that's harsh for me to say. I don't give a fuck. You're hating on someone because of how they live. I'm fucking tired of that shit. That's their life. They don't choose that shit. They're born.
You don't choose to do it, but you know what? You can choose to be a piece of shit or not a piece of shit.
Yes, Pierce. 100%. You know what you can choose to do? Be a fucking asshole and marginalize and just fucking like basically make everyone a minority. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit. Oh my God. I'm just so tired of it. Like, the amount of people who are like basically advocating this shit is just wild. Like, you guys all are terrible people. Jesus Christ. But it's my lifestyle and you have to respect it. No, I don't. I don't. I really don't.
You can go ahead and do that, but you have the right to do that. I have the right to call you.
I have the right to say you're a fucking moron. That's what I have the right to say. You have the right to fucking be a piece of shit? Cool. I have the right to call you out on being a piece of shit. Oh, maybe I'm an asshole? I'd much rather be that kind of asshole than fucking just hate on people because of how they live. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. Like, some of you did not get bullied enough when you were younger. I swear. Jesus Christ. You know how many fucking posts I see where I'm like, I wish I could have shoved this little nerd in a locker. Like, dude, Jesus Christ.
No, that's not far. You know how many people I'd like to meet? Just grab a...
Say that shit to you. Say that shit to my face. Please. Please,
dude. I'd really just like to grab a rock and just bash their face in. Like, they're just worthless. They suck.
They're terrible humans. Just wasting fucking air.
Honestly.
Like, and what happened to being tolerant? Nope, I'm not being tolerant.
What's the paradox?
I'm tired of that shit. I am tired of being the bigger person in this situation. Fuck you. You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's the paradox of tolerance, intolerance, whatever. Like, you know, and it's so much more to it. Like the Blackhawks saying, "Oh, we can't do that because we want to protect our right." No, they're just homophobic because they did. If they were really that concerned, one, they would have talked to the players. Two,
they would have scratched them.
Yeah, the Pride Night jerseys, they would have scratched them.
They would have probably done what Artemi Panarin did when he had fear for his family, which was left the team and went back to Russia to go check on him.
Three,
no, they don't give it. Yeah, but they don't give a shit that much. Come on now.
Three, they literally had a Ukraine like appreciation night last year. If you're so no,
all in the same month, by the way, same month. It's just like
I'm not
the 180 is crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was abrupt as shit too. Like, you put that puff piece. It's okay. Here's my thing too. It's one thing to just announce it. You know what I mean? Oh, we're not wearing the Pride jerseys. I'd be like, well, you guys are fucking stupid, but okay. But you put out the fucking puff piece 2 weeks earlier where you have your own players advocating for this shit.
That's the whole thing about that. Whether they're sincere or not, like, it's the easiest like PR layup ever, dude. Not only that, people are gonna buy the Pride jerseys. Like, you're gonna make money.
They look really good. Did you see last year's? They looked awesome.
And then they're like, no, we can't do that because we gotta protect the Russian players. And then literally the NHL deputy commissioner said, yeah, there's no link there at all. Looks good on
protect the Russian players. You're protecting your fragile fucking ego at the end of the day. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's all it is, really. Yeah. And going back to
I just feel Sorry, I was just gonna say one of the last things I want to say is I just feel terrible for everyone that's, like it's affected people I know. Like it's fucking
literally a person on our show. Yeah, man. Like,
yes. Dude,
and I'm so tired of no, just whether you know someone or not, just be a good person. Like it's so simple.
It's not that hard. It's really not that hard, guys.
Grow up with hatred in their hearts and they're taught it and they pass it on and they just never learn. It sucks to see. And I get it. The Chicago Blackhawks are a fucking awful organization. The only times I'll like sit by myself and be like, why do I still cheer for this team? The amount of people I saw saying, "Oh, the Blackhawks are such an we know all of this. We all know."
Nah, I'm taking that. I'm taking a time. Yeah. I'm taking a second to say something about this because I'm glad you brought this up. I'm sorry. Any of you taking this as an excuse to get on your fucking pedestal, you're part of the problem. You're part of the fucking problem. Just saying. Because like I promise you, it's happening more than you realize. And for God's sakes, we've seen it happen with what, 6 teams now? Like what, the Wild,
we
the Red
understand
Wing.
The Blackhawks are the worst organization, but
we get
stop thinking you and your team. Oh, okay, stop thinking your team is. Oh, my team would never do this. This is the whole problem with hockey. Like we know about the Blackhawks, but there's so many things that are left under the cover. There's so many regular people that have to go through this every day that we don't know about. Like. We're missing the whole problem here. Like Jimmy tweeted it out perfectly. It's like all the people using this as a platform to like say, "Oh, the Blackhawks suck. I told you they're a horrible organization." Like, and alienating the LGBTQ people that genuinely want change with this organization. Like it.
Yep, it's like the most fake usage of the term ally ever. When like you just use a specific like it's an opportunity to empathize with the LGBTQ community and see what you could do to help. Like I know we were talking about it for the Pride Night. We're donating $5 for every goal the Blackhawks score.
Oh, I'm doing that at the end of the season. What we're gonna do is for every goal the Blackhawks score, that's $5 we're gonna donate to. I think it's the Trevor's Project. I believe that's what it's called. Project. And then for every goal they let in from the here on out, that's starting from I think it was in yesterday.
Yeah, we're so 6-1. That's what $11 already. Yeah, $11 going towards the Trevor Project.
Yeah, so. And we still have many games to go. We'll tally all that up, and then we'll donate it.
Yep. Because
actually make immediate good change. Yeah.
Like we always say, actions speak louder than words, and it may be a small action, but
again, it's the least
better than nothing.
Fucking do, but like better that than just a homophobic, bigoted piece of shit asshole. That's all I can say.
Yep.
And kind of go to wrap things up and go back to the point of like, oh, would it be just better if these players just said, "Yeah, I hate gay people. I'm not doing this." Like Eric Stahl, not only doing that, but there's a video many tabs, by the way, wearing the Pride jersey, no problem then. And then he gets asked about an interview, like, "Oh, I didn't do that." Like,
I don't mean to keep beating the dead horse, but like, damn you, Ivan Provorov, you set a fucking precedent, and we set it
not a good one.
Months ago.
Not a good one. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just you have shown that
2 months ago. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not just gonna blame Ivan Provorov on this. I'm blaming John Tortorella too, because this is a very fixable solution. When he wants to do that shit, that's fine. Scratch him. That makes sure none of this shit happens. But no, he has to still play because he plays big minutes for our hockey team. Yeah, Mark Stahl really had to play last night with his fucking -4 or some shit.
That says a lot about your hockey team. Yeah.
Oh, I hope the Panthers miss the playoffs because of that shit. Genuinely. Because they wanted to fucking defend Eric and Mark Stahl and then get fucking ass blasted by the Leafs.
I know. That was like the one time I was like rooting for the Leafs.
Yeah. I was like, thank God Matthews came to play today. Jesus.
Hey, guess who scored a goal? Forward
Alex Kerfoot. Yes,
Let's
sir.
Go.
We're Kerfoot again, baby. We're not Kerf out.
Let's go.
And McCann got an apple, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you love to see. Didn't Lafferty score? Was that another game?
That was the Islander game. No, my favorite was like Spence was like, "Yeah, I love Schmitty, but Sam Lafferty fucking sucks." And I was just like, that's crazy. Fourth liner plays like a fourth liner. You never could have told me that. He's just my favorite fourth liner. That's the thing. He's our favorite fourth liner. The last.
Yeah, when you're cheering for the Blackhawks, your options are limited on really good players.
It's
Anyways.
like him and Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, and Jason Dick and your son.
Hey, he got an apple last night.
He did get an apple off the game fights. So yeah, to wrap all that up, well, I guess we could talk about the Blackhawks for a bit. Like the on ice product thing. Yeah, just. Oh, it's gonna keep happening. I bet you. Next podcast we do. Well, Monday we're doing the baseball preview, but the next hockey one we do, there's gonna be someone who sits out. It's inevitable. And the whole thing with you brought up Ivan Provorov later. John Tortorella is responsible for this. So is the Flyers organization. What do we say every time someone does something just awful? It's not that they did it; it's how it gets handled after the
damage control.
Flyers. Yeah, damage control. You know what team actually did a good job? After all that happened, the San Jose Sharks. Again, the bar is in the crust of the earth, and that's even being friendly. But at least they put James Reimer. They didn't play him, and they put focus on the good things that actually happened, and then they tweeted out LGBTQ facts, statistics, and all that stuff. It feels like there's an effort there, and we have to give people credit to people that are actually trying, And
I'm also crediting them for not allowing one person to drag down the whole night, because that's
exactly by one selfish person's acts.
Yep, and looks good on James Reimer. Last time I checked, he let up 7 on 21 last night.
Hey, you know what that save percentage equals?
667. Oh man, he's really pushing it today. God, so many demon signs since you decided to be a blatant homophobe.
Dude,
you should probably take the note.
Dude, you should. No. Let's just...
Whatever. I'm gonna end it on one more positive note. Shout out to the Seattle Thunderbirds. Their organization decided not to do a Pride night, but the fans threw one anyway. As everyone knows, Luke Prokop is an openly LGBTQ player, plays for the Seattle Kraken, and the players got involved too. They had tape on their sticks, tape on their skates. It was just it's nice to see stuff like that happen. You said, stuff with the Sharks, Thunderbirds, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's always a giant step backwards, but just such small footsteps going forward. But we need to. It's easy to focus on the negative, but you also have to look at some of the positives, and it gives you hope that this next generation of wave of young NHL players coming in, not just that, but just people in general in everyday life genuinely want change, all that stuff. It does gives it. There is a lot of positivity to it, definitely.
100%.
It's so fun. Yeah, you before the show, you were like, "Oh, not a great week for NHL jerseys." Because do you want to talk? Do you want to quickly touch on the Blackhawks, or do you want to talk about the Fanatics jerseys?
Oh no, we could go on the Fanatics jerseys. I'd much rather switch topics. I'm just gonna come out and say it blatantly. So, as Pierce said, Fanatics is now the jersey sponsor for the NHL for what?
For
the next
10
decade?
years, and it doesn't actually kick until next year.
Who wants to take bets that Fanatics goes bankrupt before that deal ends? Because I think they do. Just like Valley.
That's right, dude. Oh my god.
No, I just love the picture where it's NFL. It's like the three dragons with the stupid.
Oh yeah, and then the one goofy dragon. Yeah, it's like Nike and then NHL Fanatics.
God, you guys suck. Just do anything right. And they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna make their own reverse retro jerseys. I'm like, yeah, and they're gonna call the Capitals the wrong word and put everything backwards.
The Catapults.
Or
my favorite team.
Nah, my favorite was a person who was like, they fucked up my Colton Sissons jersey. It's like, no, they did that. They did that on purpose.
Snizzons, Colton Snizzon.
Yeah, they did that shit on purpose. You should never order a Colton.
Yeah, you know what? I'm really looking forward to the Blackhawks' first overall pick of Connor Beard. He's gonna be such a good
Connor
player.
Beard.
Yeah, Connor Beard. Is that the podcast?
I love Connor Beard and Adam.
Adam Tan Philly. Let's go.
Tan Philly. And then Matthew. I don't even know. What would we do for Mitchkov?
Matthew Itchko. Yeah. Matthew Itchko.
Mitchco trademark.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fanatics sucks.
Yeah, I don't know how much like we can really go into this because it's all across the board like unanimously agreed this is an awful decision by the NHL. Just
yeah, but it lines Bettman's pockets, so no one gives a shit. Like whatever.
And again, we always say the NHL is so lucky to be looped in with the other like 3 sports.
They're not. As much as they want to think they are, they're not.
No, they aren't. No.
College football and basketball have
anything college is ahead of the NHL pretty much, except for hockey.
Yeah,
but
pathetic.
It really is. Like it's just all across the board hate. Like there's so many. Not only the jerseys getting wrong and just being awful, but like the whole process of getting it in the first place. Like Take Two, I think it was Scott Wheeler's like, yeah, I had one time I ordered a Fanatics jersey and it was like, oh, took 2 months to ship, didn't ship out, and then he got like a message 2 months later. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna refund you, and then he like got a random refund another 2 months after. Like it's just all across the board awful. Like what do you even say?
Jesus.
But enough about players sitting out. Because, oh god, I hate this league. I hate this league so much. I really do. Like I said, can you just tell how excited I am? Like you know, I was just looking so forward to this all day. I really was.
It's just
shitting. Yeah, literally the dog sitting in the room on fire. This is great. Yeah,
great.
It.
This is fine. Me with the Blackhawks the last 24 months. Like I was joking with my dad. I was like, well, I'm looking at like my sports online or whatever. Because, like, I just know that PR role for the Hawks is going to show up on there one day because they have to fire their PR team again. Jesus
Didn't
Christ.
that happen after?
Yes, it happened last year.
Yeah.
And the new guy they got still sucks if they're doing shit like that. So, I don't know.
That or it's that picture of Smithers holding the gun behind that guy. And they're just like, yeah, like that's literally
look at
all
what the gay
people
people have done to me. Look at what the homosexuals have done to me.
Yeah, the gays, Michael, the gays, they did this to me. Like
They did this to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
But let's talk about how Matthew Nyes is going to help the Leafs in the playoff run because that's what led up Toronto Sports Network.
Yeah, and I think the funny part is they won like 9-2, and it's like, oh, he had 0 points. Yeah, but the Leafs, we saw the fucking president of the United States, like they are the center of the hockey universe, for better or for worse.
I'm listening to the Dangle podcast this morning, and they're just like, why does everyone care about the Leafs? Like, genuinely. And I'm like, because of this reason right here. Because you guys are getting bent over backwards as to why we're all laughing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's funny? It pisses Jesse off the most out of the three of them. Jesse gets so mad, and I'm just like, dude, this is why. It's fucking hilarious. Good lad, those guys. But it's just funny because, like, I swear to God, no one talked about McDavid getting 60 goals, but no one will shut up about Alex Kerfoot getting his first goal.
How much, like, is that because of that, or is it because I say this, I feel like the last, like, couple of months, we still don't understand just how good Connor McDavid is. Like, he's on another planet of how, like, in terms of talent, like he is so far above the rest. And well, like Matthews, yes, he had a better season than last year. Like Connor McDavid has been the best player on the planet Earth for at least like the past 5 seasons, at least
since 2017.
At least that's like 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And
like he's got 28 points more than the next person in the league, which is his own teammate.
His own teammate. He's 36 ahead of Kucherov, and Kucherov, he's
got 102.
Yeah, he has a whole hum year of 102 points, like
with like 75 assists to boot. Like it's crazy. Like Kachuk's got 100 points, and with how the Panthers are going, like you would think we were talking about that, but it's no. It's the Connor McDavid show. It's his world, and everyone else is just living in it.
Mhm.
Like, I
How many-
always bring back this quote. He literally brings up this last offseason. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to shoot the puck more." This guy gets 60 and 2 less games than Matthews did last year.
I'm pretty
Fucking
sure he said
wild.
like the least amount of games to get to 60 goals of like this century. I'm pretty or since.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
He's got the most points since Yager and Lemieux. Like
Almost 30 years. Yeah,
it's he leads in goals, assists, points, and I bet power play points.
No, he.
He's
Yeah.
got over half his points on the power play. Shut up.
Oh,
Here's a thought. Here's a thought. Don't take penalties. There we
Yeah.
go. And this also took him not drawing a penalty for like a whole playoff series to happen. By the way,
Not that,
Like-
dude.
that happened.
Including the Blackhawks series and the Jets series, 8 games, no penalty. No penalty.
Yep.
He drawed.
Well, Jonathan
telling
Taves was
me-
just elite. So I mean,
Yeah,
he couldn't
you
get
know,
past
you're
the
right.
elite stalwart of Brandon
Yeah.
Saad. Like,
He can get past Oli Monets. Even though he
Shout out
burned him
Slater
on one of
Cuckoo.
those goals. Yeah. I love
Bobby
Slater
fucking Moore.
Cuckoo. Yeah, literally that defensive pairing. It's just like the picture of Chris Pronger and Scott Niedermayer. That's what
Literally. It's like the best PDO bender I've ever seen from a third pair in my life. Like, oh my god. And then Mata was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it for like 10 games."
Yeah, and then I'll get traded for a guy. I
A
don't
third.
remember his name. Was it a third? I don't fucking remember.
I don't know. They traded him to the Kings, though. That's all I remember.
That's all I know. And he's in the
And everyone was like, "Oh, but he's good." And I'm like, is he?
no, he
Is
really-
he? Or did he just score?
You know what?
a bunch
No,
in
no,
the
no.
playoffs?
He's a perfectly fine third pairing defenseman, but the Blackhawks.
Yeah,
were
but he's getting paid like $4 million.
mostly, yeah, we're mostly not using him as that because their team sucks. Anyways,
Oh, also, no one's talking. I think you brought it up last show, but Matthias Ekholm's the best deadline acquisition. It's not even close.
he's
like-
fucking that team.
That team 180 since he's gotten there.
Yeah, you
fucking
can't
crazy.
properly describe like how. Oh my god, dude! We've been saying it on the show not just this year, but last year and the year before that, and before we even had the podcast on Twitter. Dude, go out there, get a damn good player. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are 2 of the best players on planet Earth. Just add good players. I know, what a concept, right? Like,
good players make great, or great players make good players better. Like, it's a crazy
Yeah.
thought. I know.
mhm.
But no, we can't find our next Pat Maroon, where he got 30 goals as a fourth liner. Like,
Oh no, we have
No,
to
and
trade
you
away.
know what sucks too? It's because he got spooked after the COVID year. It's always because of that, and he got spooked because of the Lucic contract. Like, and he wasn't even there for the Lucic contract, so I don't know why the fuck that would spook him. It's just like, ugh. And like, they have prospects. That's why, like, I was okay with them
It's not
giving him
like they're a
Schaefer.
barren wasteland. Like they still have
No.
Borgo, like Holloway is even playing a pro. Dude, Philip Broberg is like, I don't even think he's a regular guy, but like when
No.
he does play, he's good. Like they're perfectly fine, and you have the 2 best fucking players on planet Earth, man. Like I'm.
And
that's
Nuge is
why-
about to have a 100-point season.
And then
it's
Hyman has like,
at like 80 points.
dude, he's on pace for like 90, and I'm pretty sure he's had like 7 goals or something on back. It's so.
Fucking crazy. They're having the definition of like unique. Like,
I was talking to my buddy about this last night because he was like, "Oh, who do you think's going to win the cup?" And I was just like, I can't say right now, but the way the West is looking, like this has got to be the year McDavid breaks through.
If there's a year, like
There's
at
no-
least
There's
to
no
get to the
juggernaut in the
top.
West. Like Colorado
No.
is not what they were last year. Like they're
No,
good,
they weren't.
but they're not world beater good with
They
Nazem
could-
Kadri.
okay. 7-game series, absolutely. I could see the Colorado Avalanche taking that again in like a 6 or 7. I could just as easily see the Oilers do it.
Oilers also don't have Mike Smith this time, so that might help a lot.
And they got him to the 3rd round, dude. Like, if Stuart Skinner is even a little bit better than what Mike Smith was, like, they're probably making at least a cup final.
Hell, maybe Jack Campbell gets his head out of his ass for the playoffs. Who knows?
Imagine.
That's like he has a. I think he's like Philip Grubauer, the worst free agent goal. He's not this bad, But except he's actually on a better team. Like he's playing on with the two best players in the world, and he has a winning record. But he's just awful.
Yeah, he's been abysmal. Like they're very, very lucky that Stuart Skinner's been good, or else they would probably be hanging on to a playoff spot.
Oh, they probably would.
Probably not even in one if Stuart Skinner.
And that just says like how they.
And Connor McDavid's got 150 points, and we're talking about that. Like it's just fucking stupid. Like
it really is. Yeah, Jack Campbell has a 357 goals against. Again, like goals against average, it's more of a team stat, but an 882 save percentage. Guess his record.
Oh, dude, it's got to be 500.
18-9-4.
Oh my god!
I know.
That's like, oh my god, what goalie was it? Was it fucking Anderson or was it Mrazek on the Hurricanes? That was like, oh my god, I forget what goalie it was. He had like a 905 and he was like 24 and like 16 or some shit. It's like he has a winning record because his team scores 5 goals a game.
Yeah.
Oilers have won 5 in a row, 8 of their last 10. They're 3
good?
points. They're 2 points out of second, 6 points out of first, and they're 10 points out of missing the playoffs.
So they're in very good shape right now.
Oh, they're making the playoffs, like, and they're probably,
if they get really hot, they could probably steal the division. Like,
oh, definitely. Yeah.
Home ice going through Edmonton, dude. Come on.
Ooh, please.
Because that's the winner of the Pacific's probably going to get it unless Dallas gets hot right now. Like that's the thing. The West is so weird.
There is no like. They're just a bunch of teams. That's all it is.
Oh,
There's
bad.
no...
Like, how is Nashville still in? Like, this is terrible.
Even Calgary is not like complete. Like the two teams, Nashville and Calgary, and then there's like almost a 10-point drop, and it's like the Blues, and then the rest.
Oh my god,
the
they have 15 overtime losses. How do you even do that?
God, yeah.
It's like Arizona's got 12. That's believable.
The Oilers really destroyed the Flames.
Oh yeah, they broke them.
Yeah,
dude, and like looks good on them. Matthew Tkachuk's probably a Hart finalist this year. Like,
what's the stat? He has like 30 more points than Huberdeau and Weegar combined this year. Yeah, that's tough.
Did you, Frank? I don't know who do you think tweeted?
It was Saravalli. I know exactly.
Was it Frank Saravalli or Alan Walsh tweeting this? Why would you staple a player you spent $84 million on in the game with 20 seconds left?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
Frank.
he's not that good. Maybe he's not that good. Have we thought of that?
I hate saying Jay Fresh, or was it Dom? No, it was Dom that got in that argument with Alan.
One of those kind of like
showed up because his chart said like he didn't play defense or some shit. Like, and he doesn't, which is true.
Scoring points, not playing. What?
Dude, he's like Patrick Kane, except Patrick Kane freaking scores. Like, I don't understand.
It's crazy. Huberdeau's
Huberdeau is just that's a problem. That whole team is a problem because they have, like, I think Kadri got his first goal in 15 games last night.
Oh,
like,
I feel so bad for him. I really do.
Oh, I mean, he got paid, but like,
yeah.
This team is just a nightmare.
At
least they get to play the Sharks next.
They hate him. They hate Daryl Sutter.
Dude, he needs to get fired, and he just got extended. Like, that shit's terrible.
And the thing is, like, it's mostly on him. Like, Brad Treliving did all.
This team isn't terrible. Like, they just like Adam Ruzicka.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's on the fourth line or not playing most nights.
Yeah, and
but Milan Lucic gets top pair.
Yeah, Jacob Pelletier is not getting any time. Like, just throw him in there. Like, Matthew Phillips is a guy's like a point per game in the no, he's not big enough. No, he doesn't play Daryl Sutter hockey. Maybe that's the problem. Your coach just stinks. And I'm pretty sure it's like an ownership thing where that's like their guy. I forgot about this till like recently. They gave him an extension. Hi, Stevie.
Yeah, it's at the start of the season when you don't deserve an extension ever.
Okay, you know what I forgot? He won the Jack Adams last year.
Yeah, so it's the "Are you gonna get fired soon" award.
Yeah,
isn't that what it's always been called?
Yeah, it's
fired with every time a Flames coach wins it, he gets fired the next year. Didn't that happen with Bob Hartley?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost positive it did. Like,
well, like every coach, it's at least 3. It's like at most 3 years.
Just terrible, dude. Like, and Markstrom's been a mess. Like, there's not a lot of good going on right now in Calgary, and like I mean Matt Coronado should be signing soon, so that should be fun. But like,
Yeah. But
you
if
think
you're
Sutter's gonna let
banking on
Coronado
that to-
play the right minutes?
No.
Yeah, if
What?
you're banking on that to turn your whole franchise and season around, like there's bigger problems at hand.
One more thing, too, because I don't get this at all. Why the fuck has Dustin Wolf not even been called up yet? This guy is like a 930 in the AHL, and he's had a 930 for 2 years.
I don't think he's 6. I think he's under 6'2". That means he can't be a good goalie. We didn't know. No. Alex Stalock.
But UC Saros is like what, 5'11"?
Yeah. No. It's. What do we say? We tried nothing. We're all out of ideas.
We tried nothing wrong.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love this. It's just an evergreen quote.
Oh, dude, I just saw the Tages goal tonight. That shit was nasty.
Skating one way, shot at top shelf the other way.
I genuinely wonder what is the biggest like drop off in points by a year, like from one year to the next.
Because Huberdeau's had like what, a 70-point drop off.
Yeah, he has like a 65-point drop. He had 115 last year. Okay. I don't think he was going to replicate 115 points, but like there's still reason to believe, okay, maybe this guy is going to get at least 80 points, like 90 points, because he's done that in the past too, but he has 49 points in 70 games. That is brutal with like capital BRUTAL.
I know Skinner had like a 40-point drop off, but that's not 65.
That's not over half your points.
God, you're right. I can't even like. I'm going through all the names right now, and I can't think of one unless it was like an injury. But even then, like
like I'm not even talking like just straight out like played like okay, not a full 82 game season, but like 70 plus games and had a point drop off.
Maybe William Karlsson, but even then, William Karlsson's drop off was like what, 30 points, maybe.
No,
like
someone's got to have done this research on that. I feel like someone like Down Goes Brown has like some kind of research on this.
Zach Hyman next season.
Yeah, that is. Oh man,
there's just some bad situations right now.
From a pure on ice standpoint, we're always with the Blackhawks. We're like, yeah, things aren't going swimmingly right now, but then we look at all these other franchises and we're like, okay, glad we're not them. And I think the Flames are kind of starting to make their way on that list.
Oh my God, they're joining another Western Canada team.
Oh, the Oilers? Oh wait, they actually got their head out of their ass.
No, they got their head out of their ass. Now we're talking about the team that's going to lose Elias Pettersson next year. Woo!
Yeah. And he's coming to Chicago with Austin Matthews to play
God.
third line center behind Matthews. Or no,
And Leo Carlson. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're getting the first and third overall pick.
Trading back into the
Top 10. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. We just package all of the draft.
What is Kyle D cooking?
Here you go. We're taking that third overall pick. You can draft.
We're taking Will Smith, and I'm literally walking out of the Bridgestone Arena.
That is all. And you know what's gonna be funny? Chris Rock's gonna be on stage, and then he's gonna slap him. Dude,
yo, no way!
Bro, is that an Oscars reference?
Is that an Oscars reference? But you know what? You know what my favorite Will Smith moment of all time is? It was when Will Smith hit a home run off Will Smith. Do you remember that?
No. What?
It was, I think, the 2020 NLCS. It was Atlanta versus the Dodgers.
Oh, no, I do remember that now. Fuck, I thought you were talking about the actor hitting it off the actor. I was like, what movie was this? Wait.
You know the things in a baseball. I want to talk about that. Yeah, the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, that would have been 2020. It was the Braves and Dodgers. I can't remember which game it was, but I think the Braves were up like 3-2, and then it was Will Smith, the catcher, up on the plate against Will Smith, the pitcher. Gives up a 3-1 shot, and I forget which game it was, but like the Braves blew a 3-1 lead. And then the Dodgers went on to win the World Series, but then the Braves won next year. So, oh no,
Little Braves, little Dodgers, little Astros.
Funny moment.
Zach Parise has 20 goals.
That is no, he made that up.
I did not make that up. I just saw it.
They are
He has
from
20
the Blue
goals.
Jackets.
Yeah.
You are so right. They have he has 20 goals. You know
20
what?
goals? All right.
Good for dude. He's gonna be 39 this offseason. That is.
Hey, he's better than Suter. Suter stinks now.
I
Going
remember
through his
when that
Duncan
happened.
Keithard.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. I'm pretty sure Parise was just like, okay, new opportunity for him. But Ryan Suter was pissed when that happened.
It's funny because Suter had a dude. I remember when. Oh god, this should tell you how much can change in a year. I literally remember after we traded for Seth, or 2 years after we traded for Seth Jones. I remember Boost Boudreaux was on the NHL Network, like, "Oh, they should go get Ryan Suter as his defensive partner," and I was just like, "I just want to die."
In my mind, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to trade. Me too bad.
And then he gets a 4-year.
And yeah. You have fun with that, Dallas. You have.
It's like
fun
we
with
already
that.
have one. His name's Calvin DeHaan. We don't need another. Thank
Yeah.
you. Ugh.
Oh well. I'm glad Parise is doing decent.
Yeah, you know, good for him. Like he just seems like a guy, I guess. You know.
A guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Quest. Half a point a game.
How about that?
Good for him. And then Sillinger got set down to.
Dude, they killed him. Like, I'm
They
sorry.
did. Oh no, they really.
Brad
should
Larson needs to get fired.
They should
but
just
they're-
trade him to the Blackhawks. I think.
Honestly, yeah. Let's just
For a
right this
third-
wrong.
for a
We'll take
third-round pick.
Bean, Boquist, and Jiricek too while we're at it.
Here, have Seth Jones back. You know what?
We'll give you
we're gonna
Nolan
keep
Allen
him.
too.
We're gonna have all of them. You got nothing. You lose.
You're gonna have nothing.
Take that, Yarmo.
We'll give you Mikkel Hakkarainen.
Oh wait, he won't even play for your team because you suck. You're in Ohio. Get up.
Ohio moment. I can't wait till Bedard pulls a Lindros because he gets drafted by the Blue Jackets.
Bro, I'm playing in Ohio. What is this? Hey, no. Connor
Get me
Beard.
out of here.
Connor Beard.
Connor Beard. Connor Beard does not want to play for in Ohio. Who would have thought? Oh my gosh.
Do you want to talk about a cool moment in sports, not hockey though?
I think I know what you're talking about, but yes.
You want to talk about Shohei Ohtani striking out Mike Trout at the final out of the game?
Yeah, and then people were like, Mike Trout's not clutch. It's like, oh,
Mike Trout sucks. Aha.
I saw a guy at ESPN that was like, Mike Trout strikes out 150 times a year. And someone was like, Mike Trout has literally never done that in his career, ever.
Yeah, I know. And Stephen A was like, because it was a Stephen A too, he's just like, what?
Like no.
He had this confused look. He's like, no, it's not what happened.
Seriously. And I think what was the thing? Like, he never swings at strikes, and he swung at all three of them.
Yeah.
Like, chill.
It wasn't like one player just dominated the other. Like, it was a hard fought battle. It was a 3-2 count before Ohtani struck him out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 3-2 Japan. Like, this isn't like, oh, Japan was winning 10-2 and they're just throwing him out there. You know. And then, or the other way around. It's like, yeah, we're going to throw him out.
Japan had like the miracle run though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because like they walked it off in the semi, and
yeah,
then
against Mexico. Yeah,
that shit was crazy. But also, like, once Ohtani hit on the first pitch, I was like, oh, this game's over. Because like,
then Yoshida came up, and it was just like their batting rotation is just insanity, or their lineup is just insane. So
no, but baseball only matters in America. No. Yeah, I'm so glad that like that's not a thing. Well, there's still idiots that think that, but like I love how that whole tournament just put to rest now.
And I love the tweet that was like, meanwhile in hockey, Connor McDavid has not worn a Team Canada jersey since he was 17, and he's never going to play with Crosby. Gotta love hockey, guys.
Can I give Connor McDavid some credit? Because he's like, it seems like he's actually been showing like some personality lately. Like, not only
that the fucking Canada award.
Yeah, he was at the Junos and he was like talking about Nickelback, and I'm like, this guy was It's not like he's just talking out like a robot. Like he just seemed like a dude who was talking about Nickelback, you know? Like that was so
I just
funny.
love it because like you were like the judos are tonight. And I was like, oh, I can't wait for Conor McDavid to say some bullshit because I said it as a joke, and then we just see him.
It was literally on because it was at Rogers Arena. Yeah, not only are they being like, well, the Juniors are Canadian, but not only that, it's being held in Edmonton. I'm like, you're like, what are the odds if McDavid is there? And he was, and he had like a genuinely like interesting interview, and I'm like, what the hell?
Oh my god,
What
he's
kind
not a
of-
robot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to tell by his house.
Oh my, yeah, the heated driveway.
Actually, you know he's not a robot because he cheats on his girlfriend. So
There you go.
Oh, that was a thing last offseason. God.
Gotta love off-season.
Sometimes I just want to delete this app, and then I see times like that where I'm like, you know what, that was kind of funny. I like being on this app.
There's like a moment a month where you're just like, all right, that was really.
This
funny.
is why I keep this. Yeah, this is what the internet was made for.
Like, what is it? Everyone's dunking on that one girl right now because she's like, I dipped my mango in the water just like Rihanna. And some kid was just like, oh, but when I piss in the water, it's frowned upon. Or someone was like dipping my lemon pepper wing in the Baltimore Sun. It's just like you're gonna die, bro.
I saw what I forget what it was, but it's like dipping mine in like the Chicago River at St.
There's
Patrick's
like
Day.
DT's pizza in the Green Chicago River. Oh my god, it's so me.
That is OMG. That's giving me vibes right now.
Oh my god,
Love
she's
it.
so crazy. Love her.
That's one of my all-time favorite pictures. She has like a bag of fries on her head. She's like, "Oh, look at my friend, so crazy. Look at
Love
her."
Dude, my favorite is like on that post though, the first comment I see is like, oh, but when Meek does it, y'all get pissed, and it's when Meek Mill is like eating the fries in the pool.
Yeah. it's the flirting versus harassment meme.
it's just like empowering. Put a shirt on.
Put a shirt on. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
You know what? To bring it back to presidents, you know what I was watching before this? I was watching. There's like this whole channel, like you've even seen the videos of like the Joe Biden AI voice with like Obama and Trump. There's like a whole series where they're playing like games on the Wii, and it was like Wii Sport. They were doing like Wii Sports, and like after one of the videos, like they'll do like they did Wii Sports, so they did like baseball, tennis, and the last thing they did was like boxing, and they like finish up the video, and they're like, yeah, let's go to Dairy Queen. The next video, they're at Dairy Queen, and then they like go, okay, let's go play Super Mario Bros on the Wii, and then it goes to the next, like it's like a Netflix series.
Dude, it's the AI Joe. It's the AI President Cinematic Universe. Come on now. It's just all, you're a part of their giant Discord call.
And it's not like it's cringe, like it's genuinely like funny. Like I enjoyed watching it.
Oh my
I just
God.
had to bring that up because that was what I was doing before the pod. I'm just like, you know what? I've watched all the videos now. I'm caught up. Let's go do the podcast.
I caught up on the lore.
My reaction when I realized the presidents all hate each other as political opponents and they're actually not playing video games together.
No, it's like she thinks I'm hot, but little does she know I'm about to tell her the whole lore of the AI president multiverse.
And it's funny because the main like three guys, it's Obama, Trump, and Biden. And it's funny because like Obama and Trump are always going at each other. It's like Biden's just like the comedic relief guy where he's like they're always like
chilling in
what?
the back.
Yeah,
always.
he's just like sleeping or he's like what?
Sometimes
Or he
Bush is in them. It's fucking crazy.
yeah, you make the weird like whenever he
Oh,
gets, like,
my
a
favorite's actually the Ice Spice ones with Drake. Those are fucking hilarious.
I haven't watched those ones, but like anytime Joe Biden will get a mushroom, he's like, "Oh, I'm about to go mega," and then like Trump and Obama will be like, "Shut up, Joe," and then they're or he'll be like kablamo or whatever. Like I'd love it, and they like mix them in. Like there was one episode with Michelle Obama where they played tennis, and then like the new one where they did the Mario Bros. It was like they had George Bush join. It's just like it's the whole game of war criminals.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with my life. How about yours?
Bro, I've just been trying to get myself up to watch movies.
You know what movie I'm excited to see? Speaking of Mario, we're gonna see the Super Mario Brothers movie next week. And then Chris
Oh,
Pratt
hell
will
yes.
call someone a bitch in the movie.
Dude, I can't wait to see Jack Black as Bowser. That
I'm
shit's like,
unironically excited for that. You know,
it's
he's
gonna be
kill it.
so good. It's gonna be so good. Like I just and like all this shit I keep seeing, I'm just like, okay, now I'm actually excited for this movie. It's like it looks
Dude,
stupid
I'm
at first.
genuinely excited because I was like,
I'm like-
"Whoa, a Mario movie," but like I'm genuinely excited to see it.
That shit looks crazy. Like, oh
It
my
does.
gosh. And like
But,
the animation's really good too. So
can't watch it because it has the Rainbow Road though.
why are they always
I'll have to
pushing the
watch
fucking
it.
agenda on me? God damn it. Who asked for this? It's
Can't
like
believe Nintendo went liberal and woke. They're not getting.
can't
my money.
believe Nintendo
Bye-bye.
went liberal and woke back in the 80s. That's so crazy of them,
Yeah.
honestly.
They've just put it in our children's mind for the last 40 years.
2 generations of children.
2 generations.
Rabble, rabble, rabble. Yeah, rabble, rabble, rabble.
Rattle, rabble, rabble, rabble. Yeah.
The radical
Take
left.
your germs.
No.
Take your germs.
Dude, my favorite thing on TikTok right now is people just like
They've been posting South Park in chronological order, basically. So now we're
Yeah.
at the PC principal shit, and it's
Oh my
fucking great. Oh my god! Like I forgot, like when it gets introduced, Mackie walks up to the stage and Randy just throws a ball of paper at him immediately. It's like, what the fuck is Randy doing half the time in this?
Yeah,
show?
I love the games they play in the background. You know, it's just like a knife splitting through pencils, and they're all colorful, and they get points from it. Oh, I love it. And then there's just some South Park playing. I saw one. It was like where Cartman was doing the hall manager, and I saw his look where he has the blonde hair and the blonde beard.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah. Oh,
Dude, that was the
goodness.
first episode of South Park I ever saw. That shit was
Really?
hilarious. Yeah, dude, it's the one where Ike fucks his teacher. That shit's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's what the one it was.
Wait, so she's a girl? Yeah, but she's hot. It's like, yeah, are you gonna do anything about it? Nice. Yeah, I'm sorry, kid. There's nothing we can do.
Your brother is having sex with a teacher? Cute, dude.
God, I wish my teacher was that cool.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong? What's the other one with the cops in Red Dead Redemption? That one's fucking hilarious.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, South Park's great.
It's so some of I haven't seen some of the new seasons. I still gotta watch that, but watching some of the old seasons, it's like a fever trip. I'm like, oh, that happened. They did that.
Oh yeah,
Kind of
There's
forget about
they
it.
did some wild shit. back in the
Especially
day.
the first, I'd say 3 or 4 seasons. Really,
Oh yeah, there's
it's
no
weird.
there's no filter, and then there's what those first seasons were.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh man, you don't know what to expect sometimes in some of those episodes. It just takes some crazy turns.
Yeah, there's a few episodes where I'm like, yeah, you can see this is the true the Chin Pokemon episode.
Not Kenny, give me Pagan. Not Kenny, give me
God
Pagan.
damn it, this is not Japan, and they're just all speaking Japanese and they just teach chase Mr. Gerson out of the room. I love it.
Oh god.
Oh, can you believe South Park did that? Yes, they've been doing.
I can't believe South Park owned the lips like that. Fucking
they've
clip from 12 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys are so fucking dumb. Sometimes I just want to be like, anyone over the age of 40 learn media literacy
Such a good
challenge.
compass. Sorry.
I was like, I hope anyone over the age of 40 just has to take a media literacy test. Because this is getting crazy that they're just like, oh man, they fucking own y'all. And it's just they're making fun of you, dumbass.
Yeah.
And like you said, moral compass, Eric Cartman.
Yeah.
There you go.
And,
Looks good on you.
how do you watch South Park? It's such an event. They've been doing this that's the whole point
Almost
of South
30
Park.
years now.
They've been doing it for closer to 30 years. The whole point of the show, I was listening to an interview with Trey Parker about something. Yeah, that's the whole point of the show. We're trying to get canceled for 25 plus years now, and it hasn't happened yet. It's
almost did, but it hasn't
Yeah.
happened yet.
It's
There's
funny
been
that Family Guy got canceled before they did.
there's been a few times where they stir up controversy, but it's just oh, that's just South Park.
Yeah, well now they wanted to leave us alone.
Yeah, we're like, goodness, did you see what? Oh, that's just South Park. Yeah, they're kind of like grandfathered in with everything that's happening right now.
Yeah.
My thing is like, if you're gonna make fun, of things, like nothing is sacred. Like South Park makes fun of everything. There's no like favorites or any of that. Like the whole point of the show is make fun of extremism. That's really that's all it is. Like we take things too seriously sometimes, and yeah,
it's all about the laughs that you have along the way.
And most of the time, it's like it's basically just third grade humor. It's like toilet humor,
Dude, it's fucking funny. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm watching, like them talking about, like there's one I watched where they were just talking about. Oh, I forget what it was. It was like, oh, they're talking, or no, it was back when Butters was dating the girl from Canada, and Kyle was like, I gotta stop Leslie, and then Butters was like, Kyle has a girlfriend, and it's just like that line, right? Like Butters is like one line comments make me die laughing sometimes. They're so funny. I love Butters. Hey,
bitch, you could be making some serious fucking money right now. Dude, we created a monster.
Do you know what I am saying?
Oh, man.
She's the bottom bitch. So the bottom bitch talks to me.
You get a sticker for today.
You get a cloud. A stormy cloud. Do better tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Let's get to the Twitter questions.
Yeah. Finding Twitter questions.
Finding Twitter questions. Yeah.
First question. First bite. No.
First bite. Just like blows up a burrito in his face.
I mean, Schmitty, get serious. Think about this for a second. Could you imagine how stupid it would be if movies were actually realistic?
Dude, I saw that discourse on the fucking timeline today. I'm not even kidding. Someone was like, oh man, I can't believe she took the 14 seconds to read them her rights. And then someone was just like, you guys do realize these are movies and they don't actually happen, right? And I was just like, no way, bro! You're telling me Wonder Woman can't fly into the sky and throw a bomb in the air? No way!
I can't believe
that's news to me.
Smosh was doing this like 10, 15 years ago. They were really ahead of the games.
I love Smosh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Anthony and Ian.
Shout out to Anthony
and the Barbershop.
Frankie, shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up!
My Metapod's gonna get so hard.
Frankie, shut the fuck up!
Metrosexual hipster.
Oh, I just love when he gets pissed and he's like, no, Charizard, attack metrosexual hipster. What? You can't do that.
You walked in front of me. Let's battle.
No, man, I just want to catch Pokemon. No, man, you have to battle me. Let's battle.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
We should just do when we get to Nashville, we're gonna watch some old Smosh videos.
Oh, we are so watching old Smosh. I'm picking my favorite lunchtime with Smosh, and we're gonna watch it. I already know which one it is too.
Barbershop Paul.
Well, Barbershop Paul killed Ian. See you next time.
Thank you guys for watching Mealtime with Smosh. Join next episode. Yeah,
Ian's dead.
Right. How many?
First question. We're back.
All right. First question. So this is kind of go back to the beginning of the episode and what we talked about. This is from Charles. With more players not wearing Pride jerseys, do you think this will snowball into next season with more players refusing to wear them? Yep.
Yeah, there's no other way around it, unfortunately. Like that, as soon as that door gets opened, it's never going to get closed. So. I just can't wait for the guy to sit out of a military appreciation night or something. That'll be the day.
He should be sitting out that night. He should be the troops.
It's ridiculous. Whatever. I can't wait till they have Jesus night. Shut the fuck up. It's called church, which you probably didn't even. No, my favorite's the people who say that because it's like, oh, it's called church, which you didn't go to on Sunday probably because you were too busy complaining about a Pride jersey.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Most of the stuff these people would say, would you repeat that at church? No, they're just assholes.
No, because they don't go to church. Oh, but I
No,
believe in Jesus.
Yeah, that's so good because I got religion and I can use that to be a bigot. Yeah.
Like whatever. Fuck you. But yeah,
Yeah,
Charles,
whatever,
Unfortunately,
Yes.
for a reference that Charles will get, the forbidden door has been opened and it's never going to close. So that sucks, but oh well. But we just hope. Let's hope next year when we have this night that they let the players wear the fucking jerseys. But the bar is so fucking low. So I don't know.
This is from our good pal Boomer, aka Connor. How many goals does Kane score in the playoffs?
4, because he's gonna have like 10 assists.
Well, it depends. Let's say
If they have a deep run, is what I'm saying. Like, if it's one round, he's gonna only have like 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah. You know what? I think if they go deep, I think he could get like 6 or 7 goals.
You just got to remember, like, when the Hawks won their cups with Kane, like, he never really got, like, I don't think he ever eclipsed 10 goals in the playoffs. He was always a playmaker. He might have been 10.
2010. I think 2015 too. It's not.
2015, I thought Taves was the leading goal scorer that year.
It might have been both, I think. Anyway,
Yeah, but he's always a playmaker. That's his thing. Like,
and that too. That and also, it's never the amount of goals he scores; it's the time he scores the goals.
Yeah. It's gonna be that game 5 goal when it's 2-2.
People forget, like, I don't think Kane had a single goal in the 2015 Cup final, but he scored the dagger that won them the cup. So all is forgiven. It's all.
Game 5 against the Bruins, he scored 2 goals. Like.
Yeah,
he scored the goal that won him the fucking cup in 2010. Like that, I know it's been stated to death, but you can't overstate it enough. Like,
yeah,
guy fucking has the cup winner to his name.
He had a hat trick in the game where they beat the Kings to get to the final. Like, the
guy's clutch. There's no other way to put it. When it's time to show up, he shows up normally. I mean, we'll even go to his last playoff performance. In the last game they played against Vegas, he fucking scored.
He was point per game of the bubble, dude.
Yeah, he only had like 2 goals, but one of those goals came in Game 5 in an elimination game.
Yeah, it's because
the guy's gonna show up when you need him.
You want to know why? Because Slater, Cuckoo, and only Mata were hogging all the goals. That's why.
And I gotta be honest, I like the line a lot that they're running right now. If they're gonna put Kane with Panarin, you gotta put Hedl in between them, in my opinion. But like this line of like Kreider, Trocheck, and Kane,
do whatever works. They have so many freaking weapons there. You can do whatever.
Because like Kreider could just once the playoffs start, like if Kane could get that chemistry working with Kreider's gonna crash the net every time for him, and that's all he needs. It's gonna be his Sod on steroids. And if anyone remembers Brandon Sod in the 2013 and 15 playoffs, this dude had like 8 and 9 goals. Or Brian Bickle. You want to know why all those guys had a bunch of goals? Because 88 was fucking.
And why they got money?
Yeah, because 88 was feeding him the puck. It's just like I wouldn't be too worried about it.
But he sucks.
No, but he's only got 3 goals right now.
Doesn't play defense. None of that.
Whatever. Nah,
he'll be fine though.
Yeah, the whole. I remember. Well, I don't think we talked about it on the show particular, but like. The Devils, rightfully so, are having an amazing year. I'm pretty sure if they win tonight, they clinch a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to face the Rangers in the first round. Not only if I'm the Devils, but any other team. Like, they're getting hot at the right time.
It might be Carolina, for all we know.
Like,
I'm sorry, because everyone's like, oh, but the Rangers aren't playing well right now. All it takes is Igor Shesterkin to get on a hot streak, and that team has a nasty top 9 and a nasty top 4. That's all you need to win a cup. We saw the Hawks do it with that 3 times. That's all you need. All you need is that goalie to get hot and that defense and stay healthy, and you'll be fine.
They beat the Hurricanes yesterday 2-1. They did lose to them on Tuesday 3-2, but like this is the Hurricanes. It's not like they split a game with a crappy team.
They each won a game on the road, which is impressive.
And then on the weekend, they outscored their opponents 13-0. And again, it's not like they're beating up on bottom feeders. They beat Pittsburgh and Nashville, I think.
They beat Pittsburgh 3 times in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2 out of 3 times. I forget.
They're getting hot. The Rangers are getting hot at the right time. They already were They gave Tampa all they could handle last year. They were up 2-0 on them.
Yeah, if they didn't, scratch Kako or some shit, maybe
Oh.
they would. Oh, I can't wait till he scratches Kane in the playoffs. That'll just be the day.
That will not happen.
That'll be the day. No,
Well,
literally, I think the front office would fire go on if he did that shit.
Like right on the spot, just like, yeah, you got us this far. Yeah,
You're a fucking idiot. Like,
yeah, God, yeah, out of here.
Yeah, but like their top 9 right now, they're rolling is like that Kane line's the second line. The top line's Panarin, Zibanejad, Tarasenko, which is nasty. And then the third line's the kid line. Like,
oh no,
they're still on the third line. Who cares? Want to know what line was the best in the playoffs? That third line, because they were getting third line assignments. Like,
no, you want to know why? Because they had the shift. You remember that? I'm pretty sure we had a podcast named after that.
Dude, Keandre Miller had the game 2 games ago where he had like 2 goals, 2 assists, and like a 96 goals for.
Is him totally.
Dude, Keandre Miller's like very awesome. Besides that one time he spit on someone. Besides that though, he's great.
Yeah.
But like he's arguably the second best defenseman on that team.
Oh yeah. If only their other defenseman wasn't a Norris winning defenseman.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And like from all I've seen, like it seems like Trouba's been playing very well the last couple months. So
yeah, it's like when he's not
out.
Actually focused on
he's not being a fucking asshole. He actually can play defense. It's crazy. Like it's funny. The guy who Kane's got a lot of chemistry with is Trouba right now, which I think is funny. Because like Trouba's basically playing the Seabrook role of like, oh, I'll just linger into the high slot and Kane will set me up. Which like Fox will get that eventually, but Fox doesn't do that often. So
yeah, I think
in other words, the Rangers are fine.
Yeah. No, but Igor Shesterkin doesn't have a 940 save percentage, so is he bad?
Oh my gosh. I'm so tired. You know what? Another team where Alex Stalock should sign next year. Rangers.
Ooh, that would be good.
Back up Igor.
Yeah, 914 just isn't going to.
God, he's just terrible. Like, you should trade him to the Blackhawks.
Oh no! Please don't do that. No. We don't want a terrible.
Don't give us Keandre Miller too. No.
Whatever you do, certainly don't do that. Like,
dude, honestly, if the Hawks weren't like bottom feeders, like oh god, offer sheeting Keandre Miller would be so enticing this offseason. Some teams should do it.
The whole theory of like, don't go for the offer sheet the top guy because if they're so good, they're gonna offer sheet like they're gonna match it regardless. It's always going for the middle guys where you have to think, okay, would I be better off taking a first, a second, or third?
Or giving Keandre Miller like 6.5.
But when you're the other team, it's like, okay, we're getting a good player. Do we need like it makes you think.
Oh, it does, 100%. Yeah. Like with the Rangers, no one talked about it. Like, there's a reason they went for it this year. They have to sign a lot of young players this offseason, and their cap's going to be extremely tight going forward.
Yeah, but not in the NHL, nothing's going to happen.
They'll go trade for, like, fucking Shea Weber or something, and they'll be fine.
Because Tampa had, like, Cirelli and Sergachev, and they were just kind of sitting there, and they're like, no.
Well, like, the kids, they'll be fine. I don't think Lafreniere is going to fetch too much money. It's just Keandre Miller could legitimately ask for $7 million, and I don't think anyone would call him crazy. That's the thing. Yeah. And then like you still got to fill out your middle six because you're going to lose one of Tarasenko or Kane, I'd imagine. You're not keeping both.
Yeah.
Probably both, but part of me thinks Kane's going to re-sign there or he's going to go to the other New York team.
The Islander. No.
He's going to go play with Bill Horvat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he finally gets to play with Zach. He finally gets to play with Zach Parise. No way.
Let's go. 2010 Olympic team 14 years later. Let's
fucking go.
Get excited.
Clearly, players don't age.
It's never happened. But yeah, I don't know why we went on a giant talk about the Rangers, but it's probably just because they're going to be decent.
Shesterkin's 914 save percentage is the lowest of his career.
Oh no!
He's got like a 925 average for his career.
Yeah, he has a 923 save percent, and that's with a down year this year. A down year, like.
Remember when we traded on the Igor Shesterkin pick? That was fun.
No.
Yeah, but it's the 4th round. I'm just joking. That's like such a crapshoot. That's like the people who get mad that they traded the Kaprizov pick. Like, get over yourself.
Oh my god, yeah. It's one thing if it's like a top 15.
Yeah, it's one thing like if you passed on like.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a debate to be had there, but when it's dude, if it's even the late 20s, like we say this with the draft all the time, anything like beyond like 20, it's a
crapshoot.
Yeah.
But like, my favorite is like, Quentin Byfield's like actually playing very well on the top line with Kopitar and them, and like everyone's talking about him. It's like, oh yeah, the development's finally starting to go, and then all of a sudden here comes Stutzler still go first overall, and Sanderson's gonna go second, and the Senators are just so fucking good. I don't know how anyone could have passed on this guy, and it's just like. Yep, it's all working out so well for you right now as Quentin Byfield's gearing up to play top line minutes in the playoffs. Oh, but this kid, Tim Stützle is going to get 90 points on a shit Ottawa team. Congratulations. My screen froze for a second. Sorry.
Oh, I was saying, oh, I love pancakes. Does that mean you hate waffles then? No, that's not what I said.
Why'd you say you hate French toast? Fuck! Like, it's so tiring. Like the fact
you muted your mic.
No, my mic unplugged by accident. That's what happened.
Oh, I thought you like muted him, like you do.
Oh, it was like on the spot.
Yourself, yeah.
But like I saw like Sean Simpson fucking, he was just like, yep, if they redraft, Stützle Sanderson go 1-2, and I'm just like,
okay.
Who cares?
Well, like that doesn't mean like Byfield's a bad player, though.
Yeah, like he's like, well, Stützle's got more points than Byfield, Lafreniere, and fucking Lucas Raymond. And I'm like, you know what's great? All those players are on better hockey teams, and they're gonna play playoff hockey. What are the Sens doing this year? Oh yeah, they put their fucking they put all their chips into the basket of Cam Talbot and Anton Forsberg. Looks good on you. Like, honestly, I just need Sens fans to sit in their shit.
Surely they didn't trade a good goalie to get Cam Talbot, though.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Philip Gustafson's good now. That's fucking even funnier. Oh, that's even better.
204 goals against average, 932. If they have that, they have a 922. The Senators, they're in a playoff spot.
And granted, I know fucking Forsberg like tore both of his MCLs. That you can't help that. But like,
and he was actually good for them.
He was good. Yeah, I'm not saying, but like,
he found a home finally.
I never got the Cam Talbot thing, dude. I never did. This isn't 2017 anymore. Like, he's okay as a 1B. He's not a fucking starter. Like, and like, I know the Norris injury plagued them, whatever. Like,
shoulda, woulda, coulda, blah 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 blah.
But yeah, it's the Brinket's problem that Shane Pinto can't pass from the pocket. Like, I'm just so over that.
Brinket scored 2 goals against Tampa. They beat Tampa. Like they clearly have the talent. It's just maybe they're simply not that good yet. Like
maybe it wasn't their year this year.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like they're still a very young. I think they're an exciting team. Like they're going to be a good team.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they even have a goalie coming up, like Mad Sogard. Like they have guys. Get a right-handed defenseman, you are set. Like it's simply not.
Well, we know they tried to get Seth Jones.
Yeah, that happened.
Maybe we'll have another summer of Pierre. Who knows?
Yeah, I just it's simply not. It's as simple as it's not their year, but the Sens fans. Oh, better top 6 than the Maple Leafs, I say. That was a thing.
I remember that. Oh, pin this. The Senators will have more points than the Maple Leafs by the end of the season. Okay, bud. How's that working out?
Markman thought the Senators will be a better team than the Leafs in the next couple of years.
I'm going to block Markman thought, honestly.
In 2023, they're still a bad team. He's like, well, technically, I have another year still. Shut up.
Technically, no one cares for your opinion. You got carried by Erik Karlsson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Well, you know
can we stop giving pylons a platform? I'm so serious with this shit. Like, him, John Scott, Paul Bissonnette, none of these dudes need a platform. Stop asking them questions.
Like, not only player, we get a referee.
Oh, and yeah, and then the referee turned out to be a fucking asshole because you guys gave him a platform.
No one would have known had he not done that whole thing. Like, he's a nobody.
It's a bum.
God, I love the sport.
Yep. Terrible.
Let's talk about another sport. The last question from Zach. Favorite NFL team. Favorite NFL FA move not made by the Bears? I'll let you go ahead on that.
I gotta think about this because there's been. It wasn't. This free agency class was just weird because like, it wasn't great players, and like you got to look at some of these deals. Like they're not. I don't know. Because I like Jesse Bates to Atlanta to an extent, but they also gave him a lot of fucking money for a safety, and that's gonna bite him in the ass in a year, I think. I don't know if it's a free agency move, but I really like the Dolphins. I like the Giants going to get Darren Waller, and I really like the Dolphins going to get Jalen Ramsey. I know those aren't free agency signings, but like they got them for like pennies. Also, like Dallas got Stephon Gilmore for a fifth. Like that guy's former defensive player of the year. Like it's moves like that I like that don't cost much, aren't going to hurt your cap too much, are good players, and are like going to put you over the top. Because like a lot of these teams, like, I'm sorry, we're going to look at Denver in 3 years and be like, what the fuck were you doing? They spent like $100 million this offseason, and I doubt any of these guys are going to move the needle that much. And they're still moving pieces out. So it's like, I don't know. I also don't mind the Draymond Jones signing in Seattle. He signed for like a 3-year deal, which is good for the team because I thought he was going to get a lot of money. And he's a good player. And like Pete Carroll will mold that ball of clay into something better than it already is because he always does. But like there's some good moves out there, but like dude, there's some bad ones. Like I don't see a world.
That's free agency and professional sports, though.
But football, it's different because they can just front load a deal and cut you in 2 years. It's not like hockey where you sign that 8-year deal and you're stuck.
And you're stuck with that unless you buy it out and you have to pay like a third of that contract for the.
Hey, listen, that's the one thing I love. That's the one thing I love about the NHL for the players. Like if you sign that deal, you're getting that money one way or another. Even if you get fucking arrested and get cut from the league, you're getting that money. Mike Richards, ladies and gentlemen. But,
yeah.
Like, sorry.
I was gonna say just like we think the NHLPA suck. Like at least they have that. Like there's sport like that. NFL doesn't have.
Like look at the Lamar Jackson situation right now. That's the reason it's getting held up. He wants a fully guaranteed contract, which is 100% in his right.
As well within his right. Yeah.
And it's another case of someone setting a precedent that is never going to get met again. Because Deshaun Watson set that precedent, and no other owner wants to fucking do that. But if anyone deserves the fully guaranteed contract, it's the guy who's won an MVP, not the guy who hasn't played in 2 years. Ugh. Football's got its own problems, but it's mainly around money. But like if I had to pick a signing, it's probably Draymond Jones. If it's a trade, it's definitely Jalen Ramsey. That's where I would come down to right now. Because like besides that, I don't think a lot of these signings move the needle for a lot of these teams. Like it's good depth for a lot of these guys. Like, I like David Montgomery to the Lions. Like I thought that was a good deal. Like he could do what Jamal Williams does. David Long Jr. wasn't too bad, but like once again, like you don't know who David Long Jr. is because he's a fucking off-ball linebacker that play for the Titans. Like these are the kind of guys that were available this offseason. It's not.
There's more complimentary depth guys, not guys that'll be at like your main guy, like your main quarterback, and winning you the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like I like the Bengals going and get Orlando Brown mainly because it's like a 2-year deal, not a 4-year deal. If you look at how the money's spread out, but now you got to move a tackle or cut one, and then that just gets put into a whole situation. Or you can move Lyle Collins to guard, but I don't know. I don't know if he wants to play guard, and if he doesn't, he'll just get cut. So
we'll figure it out because Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's like really good, and they're going to pay him soon, or they have to pay him soon because if they don't, someone else will.
If they don't, that's gotta be a problem. And
well, like their owners are cheap. That's the problem. Like,
I know that.
They sold their arena rights for the first time ever because they have to pay this guy. Like, part of me thinks that might be a problem with some of these GMs with Lamar. Like, some of these owners might not have the money to give him the contract he wants. Like, they want to, but they just don't have the assets. Like the Broncos do. They're owned by Walmart, but like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Or if you're an owner and if you own the Padres or the Mets, you just say, "Here's $350 million over 11 and 12 years," and there you go.
No,
another guy we got to lock up. Oh, we'll just hand him another $350 million for 11 to 12 years.
Yeah, but the Athletics can't spend money.
Dude,
every sport's got their problems. Like NBA's got a tanking problem. This one's got money problem. NHL's got a billion problems, and then baseball, it's just like some teams are fucking rich out their ass, and the other teams can't fill out their stadium. So, which, by the way, I'm not trying to be that guy, but all the people who want like the luxury tax world for the NHL, they would turn into the MLB so fucking fast. Like the Coyotes, have a payroll of 20 mil. Genuinely.
Yeah. And then the Maple Leafs and like Ranger.
We would be fucking good every year. Yeah. They have the money. Like it would be all the original 6 teams, probably Tampa, probably Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like Vegas would definitely be in there. They have money. Like LA.
I remember
it'd be all the big markets.
I remember we had that discussion of like San Diego is like Vegas, and you're like, which player have they traded away? You know what I just remembered? Eric Hosmer. That is their Vegas move.
Fuck, they are Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I just want to know who's next. Who's next? Who's gonna be the next guy they trade for fucking penny?
You Darvish, you're
it's gonna be Tatis. It's gonna be Tatis because they're sped up with it.
Oh, you froze on the screen.
Yeah, it froze.
Yeah, they can't. Oh, yeah, it's happened a couple times where I was gonna be like, they can't trade Tatis. They just got my jersey. I just got his jersey.
Oh yeah, you just got fucking jersey.
But yeah, you can see right there. Yeah, that's the jersey. It's beautiful.
It's in the background.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like the Bengals thing, like, oh, they better pay Joe Burrow. I really hope the Blue Jays pay Vladdy. I hope they play Manoah too, who's going to be the opening day starter. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Bo Bichette, like, I think he's a damn fine player. Like, he's a hitting machine. I don't know if I don't think he's on the level of Manoah and Vladdy. Like, I think Vladdy in the first tier, and then there's like Manoah second tier, but I'd still give him Stevie. But like Bo Bichette is just, I don't know if I'd go.
He had so much hype around him, dude.
Like, I remember that because I had a friend who was a huge Blue Jays fan, and he could not stop talking about Bo Bichette. Like,
dude, he was electric when he got to the league.
Mm-hmm. He still is. The thing is, he just can't really play defense.
Well, he hasn't like rounded out his craft. Like that's what you got to do once you get to the big leagues. You can't be like a one-hit wonder. Mm-hmm. Got to be.
But he hits everything, so he's not a one-hit wonder.
So funny.
I know. I'm such a funny guy.
Real comedian.
Real comedian here. Hey, there he is, the funny guy. It's like when you're waiting for your friends at a restaurant, he finally comes in. Oh, they just let anyone in here.
And it's Greg. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, and it's just some guy named Greg.
You know, white guys be like, this is the man, the myth, the legend, and it's Greg.
And it's just some guy named Greg. It's like, respect Greg.
Dude, put Reed 2 pecked on Greg right now.
It's Reed 24 pecked. Oh my god, Columbus tied the game.
Let's go!
Let's see who got the goals. Hey, Johnny Gaudreau doing his job. How about that?
Johnny Gaudreau.
Johnny Good Goal.
Damn, it's
Brock Nelson has 31 goals. Wowzers.
Wow.
Chew to chew. It's not Tuesday.
It's a Friday.
Fuckers. Wow. Kevin Ball. Remember?
Kevin balling out. I say. Your mic is turned off again. I don't know what happened. I still got here.
Yeah, I know. I had to go.
There we go. Maybe that is a sign to wrap up the podcast. Now that our podcast is over, what would you rate it?
And Jimmy's dead.
I would rate it 8.4 barbershop pulls out of 9.8.
I'm going to rate it 4.5 Diet Coke cans out of 5. See you next week.
Bye, bitch.
Bitch. Podcast Smosh Appreciation Hour.
Podcast time with Smosh. Yeah, it's gonna be the podcast name. We love you, Smosh.
Podcast time with Smosh. Gets copyright banned. Gets copyright banned by Smosh.
Could you imagine could you imagine how stupid it'd be a podcast were actually realistic?
God damn it.
Yeah. Speaking of rating our podcast, give us a 5-star rating on your preferred podcast platform. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications so you don't miss anything. And to all of you listening, I hope you have a happy, wonderful Friday and weekend. And the next time we talk will be on Monday when we have our Bayball season preview. Peace out, y'all, and enjoy the rest of your night.